What's up, EV Clan? Alex Espion here, and welcome back to the next episode of the Pokemon Gold Randomizer Nuzloke. In the last episode, we fought the Future City Gym, and obviously beat it, otherwise we wouldn't be here, still alive, at this point in the game. And then we went onto Cycling Road over here. Hey, you're from Johto, huh? What gave it away? Like, seriously, how can everyone tell this? Like, I feel like every other person in this region is like, you're from Johto, right? It's like, are there markers? Is it like do I look significantly different from Cantonians? Is it one of those things where you can really just tell by looking? That sounds like prejudice. But, I mean, maybe there's some, like, visual markers that I'm not aware of, because everyone seems to know that I'm from Johto. Everyone seems to pick me out instantly as a Johtonian just by looking at me. So I don't know how that keeps happening, but it is certainly something that has happened enough times to the point where I feel the need to talk about it, not once, but twice, because this is actually the second time I'm talking about it. How does everyone know that I'm from Johto? How does this happen? How is everyone so aware of this? Tamer Veronica was defeated. Whoa, you kick! I mean, not in that battle. In that battle, I don't even know if my Pokemon kicked, actually. I have to see what Pokemon I have out. Oh my gosh. So, not only do you get dragged down when you're on this route, when you're on your bike here, but you also, like, right now, I am holding the right button. Like, I'm holding to go right. That's why you can hear the sound of me, like, bumping into something, because I'm continuously just holding right up against this man. I am just rubbing my bike up against this man's bike, okay? He's probably like, get the frick off of me, you're ruining my bike, but I need to be on you for a second, sir, so that I can demonstrate what's going on here. Guys, the second I let go of this right button, I face downward. So it's not just that it's dragging me down when I'm not going in another direction. It's that even when I can't go down, it is still trying to drag me down. That's just a fun thing. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't be that way, but it's cool to see it in practice. Like, even when I can't be... Like, it's not only dragging me down, but it's even trying to drag me down when it can't. Which I suppose makes sense. Like, why would it not be dragging me down just because there's a wall beneath me that prevents it from dragging me down? Like, why would it stop trying? That seems like extra coding that it doesn't make sense for them to do, really. It doesn't make sense from a physics standpoint, or a, trying to cut down on coding standpoint. Doesn't make sense from either of those standpoints, so therefore, I mean, it makes sense that, it wouldn't be the case, that it would just stop. Oh my gosh, this is really annoying me. This sound is really annoying me. Can I talk to this guy? Did I talk to this guy? Don't get cocky, you Johto punk. What is with everyone being prejudiced against me being from Johto? What's wrong with you Cantonians? I feel like... I mean, I guess... I was gonna say I feel like this doesn't happen in any other region, but I suppose in every other region, you're not really distinctly from another region. I mean, I don't feel like I'm that distinctly from Johto in this game either. I don't know what the marker is, how everyone knows I'm from Johto, but I feel like in this, like, however they know, a lot of people are talking about it, whereas in other games, even though they know you're from another region, presumably, they don't mention it. In fact, I feel like every Pokemon protagonist is from another region. Am I wrong in saying that? Like, doesn't pretty much every Pokemon game start with you moving to the new region that you're currently in? Maybe Diamond and Pearl doesn't. Actually, I think Diamond and Pearl, you're from there. But I'm pretty sure that, like, Hoenn, you're from a different region. Alola, you're definitely from a different region. Hoenn, I don't know if you're from a different region, or you're from the same region and you're just moving to a different part of that region. I would have to read the dialogue at the beginning of that game again, because I guarantee it says it. I know you're moving to be, like, closer to your dad or something, I'm pretty sure is what it is. I say I know, and then I say I'm pretty sure, so I think that's what it is. But, I think it pretty adamantly. I'm fairly sure that that's what it is. So, in Hoenn, in the Hoenn games, I'm fairly sure that you're moving to be closer to your dad, where he works, at his gym, but I don't know if you're moving, like, closer to him in the region, or if you're moving from another region to his region. I don't know how much of a move you're doing to be closer to him, you know? So I don't know if it's actually you're from another region in that game, or just from another part of Hoenn, but you're definitely moving from somewhere in Hoenn, in the Hoenn games. Alola, you're definitely moving from another region. I believe Kalos, you're moving from another region too? Aren't you from Kanto and Kalos? Isn't that why your mom, like, rides Rhyhorns? Is she's from Kanto, and there's obviously Rhyhorns in Kanto? I feel like you're from Kanto in the Kalos games. So, Alola, I'm very sure you're from another region. Kalos, I'm a little bit less sure. Hoenn, I'm a little bit less sure than that. But all of those, I'm fairly sure you're from a different region. And then I'm pretty sure are you from another region in the Galar games as well? What about Paldea? I don't actually know if you're from another region in Paldea. I'm not entirely sure about that one. Like, even less entirely sure than in the Hoenn games, the Alola games, and the Kalos games. The Galar region, actually, I'm fairly confident you grew up there. I'm fairly confident you didn't come from another region in that game. Paldea, I'm less confident. Paldea, I think there is a chance. There is a non-zero chance that you are from another region, but I don't remember, because I've only played Scarlet and Battle once. Anyway, don't get cocky, you Johto punk. Stop being discriminatory towards me. It's mean. Anyway, what else is on this route? Any other trainers for me to fight? What about this way? Did I go down this way? Did I come up this way? Oh, I did not come up this way. Okay. Time for another trainer fight. Hopefully this guy is also not discriminatory towards me because I'm from Johto. Wow, that's a cool bicycle. Thank you. And you're not going to mention the fact that I'm from Johto, right? You're not going to insult me about the fact that I'm from Johto, are you? He's like, wow, cool bicycle, you Johto piece of crap. What the heck, man? He gives me a compliment that instantly cancels it out by calling me a name because I'm from Johto. That'd be funny. At that point, I'd just be like, I'd be so shocked that I wouldn't even, like, I wouldn't even bring up the fact that, like, people have been doing it constantly. I'd just be like, what's wrong with this guy specifically? Bone Rush. Let's go for Bone Rush, right? Yeah, let's do it. Why the heck not? You may say, Alex, you're a flying type out against an electric type. That's why the heck not. And to that I say, Kenya's bulky enough. They got this. Yeah, I no longer have zero faith in Kenya's bulk, okay? I have grown past that. Kenya is a bulky boy. I added an extra bulky so that I would have time to check their gender. Because Kenya, I cannot tell if that's a boy or a girl. That is one of those names where I really cannot tell. So, I had to look at their gender symbol for a second because I didn't know. And so I added an extra bulky to give me that time to look at the gender symbol. And they were, in fact, a boy. If I had said bulky girl, then that wouldn't have worked as well. So I'm glad they were a boy because of that. Because bulky boy sounds better than bulky girl. If I had been saying, I had anticipated when I said bulky that it would be followed by boy, because bulky boy has that alliteration, so it sounds good. And then once I said bulky, it would sound even better if it was boy. Bulky boy sounds good because of that triple alliteration. If I had to say girl, then I'd be like, oh man, it would have ruined the triple alliteration. It would have just been double alliteration with the same word, which is not nearly as cool, or fun sounding, or interesting. So I would have just, in general, not been a big fan of Kenya being a girl in this one circumstance. Kenya, you could be a girl in any other circumstance, just not in this circumstance where I need you to be a boy for the sake of alliteration. Anyway, Kenya levels up to level 53, putting them on par with Juan, which means Juan, at this point now, needs more XP. It's just a race between the Pokemon. One Pokemon gets up to the same level as the starter, and then the starter has to get up another level, and then the other Pokemon get up to the same level as the starter, and then the starter has to get up another level. And it's just a constant cycle until eventually the starter's level 100, and then the other Pokemon get to level 100, and then the starter can't go up another level, so then the starter will never be one level above the rest of the team ever again, unless we swap out the entire rest of the team. But you don't just look cool. Yeah, I fight cool, too. I look cool, but I'm weak, so I'm not really cool. I have to train harder. Okay, well, thank you for being self-aware. I mean, being self-aware of your problems is the first step in solving them. Anyone over here that I didn't fight yet? I'm pretty sure I went up this path, like, in its entirety, this left path. So I'm gonna go down the right path real quick, make sure there's no one else I need to fight. Yeah, that seems like everyone on the right path and on the left path, because I'm fairly sure I already dealt with everyone on the left path, and then I believe there was only one person up here on the right path, so therefore I believe I have done all the trainers, both on the left path and the right path, and I'm pretty sure I checked the middle, too. I checked all the middle paths as well. So, now I believe we are done with this route, assuming that there is nothing above this grass. There are no more trainers above this grass over here, and above this grass is just the end of the route. Let's see, does the route end here? Are we now being let out in the Celadon area? What does this sign say? Cycling road. Downhill coasting all the way. Oh yeah, I could feel the downhill let up. Like, look, now I'm no longer rolling back down the hill the instant I let go of a button for movement. It feels so nice to no longer be rolling down the hill constantly. Cycling road starts here. Technically it ends here if I came from the other direction. It's all downhill, so it's totally exhilarating. It's a great sort of feeling that you can't get from a ship or train. Yeah, but on the plus side for a ship or train is also way faster. So, yeah, I'd say there's definitely, yes, the one pro of riding a bicycle, besides, you know, energy consumption and not polluting the atmosphere, that's a pro too, I suppose. But that's not a pro for me, that's a pro for the atmosphere. So therefore, you know, I don't care about the atmosphere. I'm kidding. I do like breathing. That's a joke. I like breathing. But, yeah. A pro for me, and not the atmosphere. One might argue that a pro for the atmosphere is also a pro for me. But for the sake of this particular, got off the bicycle. Great. For the sake of this particular, conversation I'm doing, the one pro for me that is not a pro for the atmosphere, that exists with biking over, trains and ships, is that, yes, it does feel very exhilarating when you go down a hill. Other than that, though, yeah, boats and ships are faster, more comfortable, don't require exercise, which I guess could also be a con if you you know, need exercise. So, yeah, pros of the ship and the boat definitely, I'd say, outweigh the pros of the bike. For me, at least, not for the atmosphere, but for me, because boats and trains are faster, more comfortable, and you don't have to exercise. And for me, that's good, because I don't really need exercise, aside from the exercise that I already do in my day-to-day life. Which, admittedly right now is not a lot, but when I'm in a musical, then it's a lot. That's dancing, that's exercise. If you cruise down Cycling Road, you will end up in Fuchsia City. Also, I think I'm kind of a bike hitter because I never really learned how to ride a bike in real life. Crazy, I know, but it's true. I never really... I could ride a couple feet, probably, before it falls down because I lose balance on it. So, let me talk to this girl over here. Looking at the ground while I was walking made me dizzy. Oh yeah, I can see, because this whole town actually is the Yellow Brick Road. We found the Yellow Brick Road earlier, but this town is like the Yellow Brick Road on steroids, because they took the Yellow Brick Road and they expanded it into an entire square of town. Celadon Department Store has the biggest and best selection of merchandise. If you can't get it there, you can't get it anywhere. Gee, I sound like a sales clerk. Yeah, do you work there? If not, they should definitely hire you after that, because I'm impressed by that sales pitch. I, for one, very impressed. After that, yeah, I might just go over there and check out what they got. Because I wasn't going to. I probably was going to, but for the sake of cheering you up, I'll say I wasn't going to. Because I already went to Goldenrod, so I checked out their department store. Why would I need another department store? Why would I need to go to another department store when the Goldenrod department store is perfectly fine? But now that you gave me that epic pitch, you know what? I'm going to this department store too! I am a consumer! I love shopping! I lost at the slot machines again. We girls also play the slots now. You should check them out too. Oh wow. You girls also play the slots. That's crazy. I bet that was really progressive back in 1999. That's when this game was made. The playground for everybody. Celadon Game Corner. And by that I mean mildly progressive. Maybe very progressive in Japan, but in America I feel like girls were playing the slots for a hot minute in 1999. I feel like that wasn't a new development in 1999, or anywhere near that time. I feel like girls were probably playing slots. I shouldn't say girls, I should say women, but I think she said girls. Women would be the correct term, because neither girls nor boys should be playing the slots. Men and women should be playing the slots. Okay, Celadon City. The city of rainbow dreams. Yeah, I feel like in America, in Japan, it may have been a new revelation for women to be playing slots, but in America, In Japan, I mean, it may have been a new revelation. I don't know if I said Japan or if I said America. Maybe I swapped the two. But in Japan, it may have been a new revelation in 1999 for women to be playing the slots. But in America, I'm fairly sure it wasn't. I'm down to assume that women were playing the slots in America in, like, 70s, 80s, maybe even 60s. I don't think it was that new a revelation. Maybe, I mean, in the 90s, it may still have been considered a new revelation if they were playing them in the 80s, but I feel like the 80s is being a little bit generous. I feel like it was more like 70s or 60s, and at that point, like, it's barely a new revelation to the point where you need to, like, talk about it as if it is, like, bring it up like, we girls play the slots now, you know, like, if you have been doing that since 1970, and the year is since the 1970s, and the year is 1999, I feel like we play the slots now sounds a bit like it's too much of a new revelation. A bit too much like it's a new revelation, rather. Woo! I've got to stay calm and cool. I can't lose my cool, or I'll lose all my money. Yeah, definitely, sunk cost fallacy is a problem, so you should definitely keep it cool and know when to walk away from the gambling. I'm not very good at that when it comes to Super Smash Bros. I lose my cool and then I keep playing and losing GSP for hours, so something tells me I'd be a terrible gambler. I wanted Mr. Mime, but I was short by 100 coins. Welcome. So this is the place where you exchange coins for fabulous prizes? Which prize would you like? TMs over here. I don't know what the TMs are. Could you give me a explanation of what they are? No? Okay, well, fuck you then. Welcome. We exchange your coins for fabulous prizes. Do you exchange for anything besides TMs? Oh, you exchange for, Pokemon over here. So, Tangela is the least expensive. I've seen a bunch of those. I definitely don't need to buy one of those. Cloyster for, so Tangela for $3,333. Cloyster for, I don't even want to say that number. And, Politoed for $9,999. And I shouldn't say dollars because they're coins. They're not real money. They just, are things that you exchange for real money. And by exchange for real money, I mean you exchange real money for them. You don't really turn them in and get real money. So, exchange them for real money sounds like that's something that you would do, is turn them in and get real money, when in actuality that's not what happens. You turn your money into coins, and then you cannot turn the coins back into money. So really, it is a scam completely. The slot machines are all state-of-the-art. It's not like real-life gambling, where you, like, have a chance of getting your money back. No, the second you turn your money into coins, second you convert money into coins in Pokemon, you can't get your real money back. Pokedollars, say goodbye to them. You just sacrificed all your money for the chance to buy something with coins. You can't convert back to coins if you can't buy something with them. So, you just lost that money no matter what. The actual, you lost that money no matter what. Hopefully, if you're lucky, you can use what you lost that money to get to buy something. But that may not be the case, and either way, you've lost the money, regardless of whether you buy something with the coins you exchange the money for. I think the slot machine will pay. I think the slot machine will pay out. The odds vary among machines. I'm learning all about gambling, guys. This is great. Good morning, Alex. This is Pi. Did I wake you? I just got my Flareon. It looks even cuter than before. You have to hear this. I battled Celebi the other day. Wow, okay. Are you the same person who battled Celebi the other day, or is this a different person battling Celebi? Because if you are a different person, I would just like to ask, where are you all finding these Celebis? It was easy. I had a type advantage. And apparently battling Celebi was easy. Okay, so I don't think this is the same guy who battled Celebi before, because that guy lost to Celebi. This guy said it was easy. So therefore, that indicates that they're different guys, unless, Lazy Pie here was the guy who fought the Celebi. The other guy was the same as the other time, unless Lazy Pie here was the person who also fought that Celebi the other time, and they've just really improved since they last fought that Celebi. Got the type advantages, got ready to fight that grass type that they found that they thought was just a weak little cabbage, but now they know it's not a weak little cabbage, so they've prepared to fight it with a powerful bug fighting, flying, poison, or literally any other type that grass is weak to, because there are so many of them, type. Bye-bye! Okay, thank you, Lazy Pie, for filling me in on your Celebi mission, Celebi fight over there. Congratulations on beating the Celebi. If you would have caught it, that would be even more impressive. Frankly, at that point, I would have been scrambling to find something to trade to you for it, but, since you just fought it, I will say, congratulations, great job defeating it, but you're kind of stupid for not catching it. The odds are surely better for Pikachu's line, but what to do? If the odds are better for Pikachu's line, then why is it a question of what to do? Just do Pikachu's line. Like, I mean, I guess you're bad at the game is what he's going for? I guess that's what he means? Like, the odds are better, but I suck at it, so which one should I do? So should I do it? Like, I think he's debating it because, yes, the odds are better, but he sucks at it, so... I mean, yeah, I guess that's a valid argument, but, like, better odds mean, like, even if you are losing consistently, better odds are making, even if you're bad at the game, I feel like better odds make it easier to win. So I feel like it kind of cancels out, whereas if you're bad at the game, if you're not bad at any of the other games, but the odds are still kind of bad, that doesn't cancel out. That's just, you're fine, and then the odds are bad. So odds are bad, but so odds are good, but you're bad cancels out to make it neutral. Meanwhile, you're fine, but odds are bad is just below neutral. So yeah, I definitely go for the Pikachu line one. It's this machine I want. It cleaned me out yesterday, so it should pay out today. Yeah, again, that's sunk cost fallacy. You think just because you lost money on it the other day, that now you're gonna gain money on it, and you're gonna gain it all back, but that's just not how it works, necessarily. And, frankly, the phrase is, the house always wins, so I dare say that's never how it works. Hey, Champ and Making! Are you playing the slots too? I'm trying to get enough coins for a prize Pokemon, but I don't have enough coins yet. Wow. Brokey problem. So what do you have to say, ma'am? Welcome! You may exchange your coins for fabulous prizes next door. Oh yeah, I've noticed that already. What about you? Are you gonna say the same thing? Welcome to the Game Corner. Do you need some game coins? It costs $1,000 for 50 coins. Do you want some? Okay, so $1,000 for 50 coins, $10,000 for 500 coins. The lowest priced Pokemon costs 3,333 coins. So therefore, how much money would I need to spend to get the lowest cost Pokemon, which is a Tangela? How much money would I need to spend to get a Tangela? 10,000, 500, 10,000 is 500, so 500, to get to 3,333, so that's 500 divided by, 3,333 divided by 500, so round up to 7, 3,500 is above 3,333, so yeah, 500 coins, 7 times would get me the amount of money I need, which is like over 3,333. Yeah, 3,333 coins. So that would be $70,000 Pokédollars, which is all my money, almost all my money. 70,000 Pokédollars to get enough money to buy 70,000 Pokédollars to get enough coins to buy a Tangela. That's crazy. The conversion rate from the Pokédollars to the coins is absolutely nuts. No coins for you? Come again. Yeah, no coins for me. I'll keep my actual money that matters in the real world, thanks. Hey! Underneath this poster, there's nothing. Wow, great. What about this poster? Hey! Underneath this poster, there's nothing. Okay, so there's nothing underneath either of the posters. They have completely removed the entrance to the Rocket Hideout. I guess the Game Corner wasn't too thrilled about there being a criminal organization organized underneath their establishment. Celadon City, the city of rainbow dreams. Yeah, I already read that. Did I already read this? I have a feeling I did. The playground for everybody. Celadon Game Corner. The playground for everybody who is over 18. 18? Is that the gambling age? Or is it 21? I don't know. I don't know. I am not in a place where I know where to access a casino anyway. So, plus I don't think I would actually want to, because as I said, I have a major case of sunk costs fallacy with Super Smash Bros. So I can only imagine how much of a sunk cost fallacy I would have with real money, and how much trouble that would get me in. Trainer tips. Guard Spec protects Pokemon against special attacks such as fire and water. Get your items at Celadon Department Store. Okay. Well, thank you for telling me to get items at Celadon Department Store. Thank you for the helpful advertisement, which is telling me where to get items. However, I will say I will definitely not be getting a guard spec at Celadon Department Store if I'm getting anything there. Have I talked to you? Lost at the slot machines again. We girls also played slots now. Yeah, okay. You were the one who gave me the questionably phrased sentence about girls having played the girls newly. You were the one who gave me the questionably phrased sentence about girls' newly found gambling addictions. Crunch, crunch. I can keep eating. More, chef. Okay, chef. Someone just told me more. I don't know exactly what their order is, but they want more. Hi, we're holding an eat-a-thon contest. We can't serve you right now. Sorry. Oh, that's a shame. But, this woman over here definitely did say more. So, I don't know what exactly y'all are eat-a-thoning, but, she's definitely in the mood for more of it. She's definitely down to have more. Munch, munch. The food is good here, but Goldenrod has the best food anywhere. Oh wow, finally someone, praising my home region, rather than, you know, discriminating against me rather than discriminating against me for being from it. Gulp, chew. I take quantity over quality. I'm happy when I'm full. And yes, I will be just saying gulp, chew, rather than making gulping and chewing noises. Snorfle, chew. I will not be making a snorfle noise either. Sorry, my voice acting does not get that good. Or, should I say, that weird, would be the better phrase for it, I believe. Don't talk to me! You'll break my concentration! Yet, sorry man, I'm sure eating requires a lot of concentration, my bad. So over here, we have a garbage can that we're gonna look into, and we're gonna find leftovers! Oh wow! I can't carry any more items, though. Frick! I was not expecting something actually good to be in there. I was expecting to see puke in there, honestly, but, no puke, just leftovers. Great. That's much better than puke. I mean, maybe the leftovers did come from puke, but, not my business where the food I am putting on my Pokemon to eat is coming from. As long as it heals them every turn, I'm cool with it. As long as it heals them every turn, and they don't complain, I'm chill. I'm chill with giving them whatever. Because if they complained, you know, not only would that be annoying, but it would also, it would also give me a sign that they don't like it. It would not only be annoying, but also give me a sign that they don't like it. And one of those things is definitely way more important to me than the other. And I'm not going to tell you which. I'll leave it up to imagination. Anyway. Lucky Egg, Sacred Ash, XP Share. We have all sorts of crazy, wacky, goofy, kooky things that are helpful. But, leftovers is very helpful. Leftovers are very helpful, rather. Sorry, let me be grammatically correct for a second. Rare candy. Let's go for some rare candies, right? Why not? Clear out some inventory space. I mean, I'd rather store them away until we need them, like, later. Assuming that we do, at some point, need them later. I feel like we will. We won't. We won't need them later, but it would be helpful to have some later, you know? They would be helpful to have, not necessary, though. Because I could always just level up via, like, the normal way, just fighting Pokemon. I don't need rare candies to level up later. A self-cure for confusion is bitterberries, so, I mean, I guess... When do I ever need to heal confusion rather than just, like, wait for it to run out, right? I never use confusion healing items. Alex found the leftovers. The one situation where I feel that, can I find more? Is there more in there? There's nothing in here, okay. The one situation where I find that, confusion heals would be really, actually good to have is if I am on my last Pokemon and I'm confused and my attack is high enough to the point where if I hit myself, I'm going to die. That is the one situation where I think I would actually use a confusion healing item. Otherwise, I just wait for it to run out. The confusion. They're holding an eating contest at the restaurant. Just watching them go at it makes me feel bloated. Okay. That's unfortunate for you, but they seem to be enjoying themselves, kind of. I mean, they're also yelling at me, so maybe they're not as happy as I think they are. Maybe they're just taking their anger out on me, and that's why they're yelling at me so much. But, hey, I'm inclined to say they were enjoying themselves. Otherwise, why else would they be there? Unless there's some big cash prize that they're willing to suffer for. Anyway, so that's all that stuff down there explored. Here's all this stuff up here that I think has been explored. All these buildings in a row. Yeah, I checked the guard spec sign. What's above the guard spec sign? What's up this way? What can we find over here? Oh, a guy with a polywag. We'll talk to the polywag first. Oh, it's a polyrath, sorry. Your polyrath's a little small, friend. I didn't realize it was a polyrath. I thought it was a polywag. Croak! Also, your polyrath is a tail. That's a little weird. This polyrath is my partner. I wonder if it'll ever evolve into a frog Pokemon. Well, not necessarily. That's not actually exactly how it works. You want to not evolve it into a Poliwrath if you want a frog Pokemon, because then you are looking for Politoed. And Politoed is, in fact, the other Pokemon in the branch of the evolution line. So, in the branching evolution line, the other final evolution. So therefore, yeah, if you wanted the frog Pokemon, you actually wanted to not evolve the Poliwhirl with, I believe, a Water Stone is what gets you Poliwrath, and instead wanted to evolve it with a King's Rock. So yeah, it's a little bit too late for you to get the frog Pokemon, unfortunately, because your Poliwhirl has already evolved into the other thing that Poliwhirl evolves into that's not the frog Pokemon. Let me recount a terrifying tale. Then again, it's not as scary while it's still light outside. Come back after sunset, okay? I probably will not, but thank you for the offer. You're gonna go all the way back down these many, many, many flights of stairs. If it's... Wait, is a flight of stairs just a staircase, or is a flight of stairs multiple staircases? Was that one flight of stairs, or was that many flights of stairs? I don't actually know what a flight of stairs means, I just realized. Just realized from using the word that I don't know what it means. Want to know a secret? Celadon Mansion has a hidden back door. Yeah, I was actually just in there, and I met the guy who only tells scary stories when it's nighttime. That sucks, though, because I can watch a scary story anytime if I want to. I can just turn on my TV and buy a scary movie anytime. Why do I need to wait till nighttime for this guy to tell me a scary story? What the heck? How inconvenient. Celadon Mansion. Great. Okay, so now let me go inside from the front, where hopefully there will be more waiting for me than just one man who only tells scary stories at nighttime. Seriously, he's really letting the people who make scary movies beat him in the whole scary story serving department. Because I can get scary movies anytime, but that guy only tells scary stories during the nighttime? It's like, come on, you're limiting the scope of your influence here. You're limiting how many people you can reach by saying you have to be nocturnal to listen to your scary stories. Come on, man. Provide entertainment to more people by providing entertainment at more times. It's very self-explanatory. Celadon Mansion Manager's Suite. Oh, the manager's in here? Hello, manager. My dear Pokemon keep me company, so I don't ever feel lonely. Meowth even brings money home. Oh, that's nice of Meowth. Is this Meowth? Meow! Sorry, I talked to them again. Didn't mean to bug you more times than necessary, Meowth. Clef, Clef! Thank you, Clefairy. Thank you for the insightful commentary of Clef, and then Clef again with an extra F. Kia, Kiao! Okay, thank you, Nidorino, or Nidorina, or Nidoran, or... Okay, Nidoran. Kia, Kiao! But, the question is, which Nidoran? Is it female or male? I'm gonna guess that it's, female, because it's blue. However, it could just be that the sprite is not appropriately colored. Game Freak Meeting Room. Are there like purple overworld sprites? Is that a thing, or are purple or are things that are purple, would they just be blue in the overworld? Because if they would just be blue in the overworld, oh, it's a PC. If they would just be blue in the overworld, then I guess that could be a Nidoran male or a Nidoran female. It could be either one. If purple things can appear blue in the overworld. Someone was in the middle of composing an email. I hope you'll come visit Kanto. I think you'll be surprised at how much things have changed here. You'll also see many Pokemon that aren't native to Johto. To the producer. Okay, they are asking a producer to come to Kanto, apparently. It's full of difficult books. Huh. Whose room was this again? Who is emailing a producer? Game Freak Meeting Room. Oh. Okay, so it's like the creators of the game. It's some, like, fourth wall break kind of stuff. Game Freak Development Room. Oh, cool, cool, cool. So that was the Game Freak meeting room in there. This is the Game Freak Development Room. Is that right? I'm the game designer. Filling up your Pokedex is tough, but don't give up. I won't. And by that I mean I will, because it's randomized. I can only catch... It's Nuzlocke. I can only catch so many Pokemon. Who? Me? I'm the programmer. Play the slot machines. Actually, it being randomized does not particularly make it a problem for me filling the Pokedex. What makes it a problem for me filling the Pokedex is it being a Nuzlocke. Because in the Kanto, in the Pokemon Red Randomizer, I ended up running into one of every single Pokemon. Like, I did end up seeing every Pokemon in the Pokedex. So, yeah, clearly, it is possible to run into every single Pokemon, even in a randomizer. But, yeah, catching them is the problem in this case, because it's a Nuzlocke. It's not... Catching them is not a problem because it's randomized and I can't run into them. No, catching them is a problem because it's a Nuzlocke, so I can only catch one Pokemon per route. And another problem that prevents me from completing the Pokedex is the fact that I've run out of space to catch more Pokemon because the PCs are broken. Can y'all get on that? Mr. Programmer down there, can you get on that? Fix the PCs, please? Thank you, that would be great. Aren't the twins adorable? Jasmine's pretty too. I agree, Jasmine is pretty. Oh, I love them! I love them too. Not the twins. They're kind of, you know, they're children. Children are gross, but Jasmine's cute. Jasmine's a cute design. I like her. I'm the graphic artist. I drew you. Wow, me? That's crazy. Pokemon magazines, Pokemon Pal, Pokemon Handbook, Pokemon Graph. So many Pokemon related, so much Pokemon related literature over there. However, I would beg to differ that I actually have more. I myself, in real life, I think actually have more Pokemon literature than these in-game Game Freak people do. On that shelf. Maybe on other shelves they have more, but I certainly have more in real life than they do on that one shelf at least. Yeah, this is the guy who talks about the Pokemon Mansion and the secret back entrance. Cool, cool, cool. Been there, done that. So not as cool as it could be anymore, but it was still pretty cool the first time you said it. Is what I would say if I hadn't already been there the first time you'd said it. So, I mean, it was still pretty cool. It was still kind of cool when you said it, but it would have been way cooler if you told me about it and then I'd gone there, versus if I'd gone there, already found out about it, then you told me something I already know. That's a lot less cool, if you're telling me something I already know, that I already did. Selling a department store has the biggest yep and the best selection of merchandise, and you're the sales clerk. Yep. Okay, I read all your dialogue. Great. So now I'm going to go in there, on that note. This is my first time here. It's so big. I'm afraid I'll get lost. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's logical. It is a lot. Do all the floors look the same? Is it all this yellow floor and shelves? Oh, it is all yellow floor and shelves, huh? Yeah, I think actually it's highly probable that you get lost. So, I'd say just take a rope and tie it to this bench thing. Is this a bench? Is that a bench? Is that what they're going for? Take a rope, tie it to that bench, and then tie the other end to yourself, and just like that, you're now trapped in the store. But also, you won't get lost, so that's a good thing. This department store is part of the same chain as the one in Goldenrod City. They were both renovated at the same time. Oh, that's why they look pretty much the same, I think. I'm fairly sure this thing looks like exactly the same as the Goldenrod one. And I was inclined to say that it's because Game Freak couldn't fit any more assets into this game's cartridge. However, actually, it's just because they were renovated at the same time, so they look similar. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes much more sense than the Game Freak being able to fit things into a small cartridge. Fit all these things into a small cartridge. Explanation. Hello. Welcome to Celadon Department Store. The directory is on the wall. Okay. I'll have a look at it. If I can find it. Where is it? Where on the wall is it exactly? Oh, it's right next to the stairs. And it's as big as the staircase. 1 floor. Service counter. 2 floor. Trainer's market. I don't know why I'm saying 1 floor, 2 floor rather than 1st floor, 2nd floor. 3rd floor. TM shop. 4th floor. Wise man gifts. 5th floor. Drugstore. Woo! 6th floor. Vending machines. Great. So let's go check out what's on this floor because I already forgot. Welcome. How may I help you? By selling me nothing. I have everything I need, actually. Thank you so much for nothing. I didn't need any more from you, so, it may sound like I'm being sarcastic when I say thank you so much for nothing, but actually, thank you so much for nothing, because, if you had tried to give me something, then that would have been you pushing things on me, and I wouldn't have wanted that, because there's nothing you can possibly give me that I would need. Actually, on second thought, I do need max potions. So, thank you for something, now. Now it's something. Now that I've realized I need something, now I'm no longer thanking you for nothing, but now, in fact, thanking you for something. So thank you for the something. Please come again. Will do. Maybe. Probably not. I'm only in each town pretty much once, unless it needs me to backtrack, so maybe if I need to backtrack here, then I will come again, but otherwise, probably not. I will probably not come again. Okay. We got Great Balls and Pokeballs and Ultra Balls and all the balls. We got so many balls, but I do not have a use for any of them because, as I said, can't catch any more Pokemon because the PCs are broken. I just recently became a trainer. My son encouraged me to do it. I'm impressed by the selection of convenient items. It's nice. I mean, this floor is kind of just a Pokemart, but bigger, but on the upper floors, yeah, there's definitely some interesting stuff. Probably. Maybe. I've never been here, but there probably is. My dad's having a hard time learning the names of items and how they are supposed to be used. Yeah, I mean, that was me a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away when I was learning how to play Pokemon for the first time. You'll get used to it, old man. The TM shop sells some rare moves. Okay, what kind of rare moves do they sell exactly? Let's see what they got here. TM10. First turn, attack. Second turn, rest. That's a Hyper Beam. Restores health by half the max HP. Synthesis? Not Synthesis. That would be like restores health. Recover. Recover is what I was looking for, not Synthesis. I get those two confused for some reason. Synthesis is the one that heals according to how much, like, light is out. So if it's a sunny day, it heals more. If it's, like, raining, then it heals, if it's intense sunlight, rather. If it's intense sunlight, it heals more. If it's raining, it heals less. This is just restores HP by half the max HP. So it doesn't say anything about restores HP according to sunlight, so this is recover, not synthesis. So we got Hyper Beam, recover, waits 2 to 3 turns and hits back double. Bide. Powerful but makes the user faint. What? Not Memento. They wouldn't call that powerful. I also don't think that's in this game. Final Gambit? Is that in this game? I didn't know that was in this game, but I don't know what else it would be. I think it's Final Gambit is what that is. Powerful makes the user faint. Okay. A powerful first strike move. What does that mean? First strike move makes me think of Fake Out. But Fake Out is definitely not powerful. Is it Extreme Speed? Maybe that's what it is. I'll purchase that. I'll go for Extreme Speed, assuming that's what that is. I'll assume that's what that is and pay for it. Yeah, let's go. Let's hope that is Extreme Speed. So it was TM37. It does say powerful, so even if it's not Extreme Speed, clearly it must be powerful, right? They wouldn't lie to me. What we got. 37 is, in fact, Extreme Speed. Okay, yes, it is Extreme Speed. Who can we do Extreme Speed to? We got Bubble. What a useful TM we got right next to Extreme Speed. So, Judy is able, of course, because they already have it. Jean. Jean can learn Extreme Speed. Well, they're a physical attacker, right? We could give it to Juan, but Juan is kind of all set, because they have already all normal type attacking moves, and they absolutely need 3 of them because they're HMs, and the other one, I just learned, I don't want to part with, it's Guillotine. So let's give this to Jean, possibly. I actually want to check Jean's stats before I do give it to them. So Quick Attack, it is better than Quick Attack, right? That's definitely, like... It is definitely better than Quick Attack, but is it better to use it... Stop learning Extreme Speed? Yes. Is it better to use it on someone else? Like, do we want to learn something over Quick Attack? Or do we not want to use a normal type move on Jean at all? Because normal type is physical. Or is Jean a physical attacker? Let's see, what do the stats look like? Attack is 157, special attack is 123. So actually, yeah, they definitely are a physical attacker. So this might be their strongest move once we teach it to them, actually. The stab, I feel like Ember's 40. plus 1.5 times the stab, so that's 60. And then extreme speed would be 80. So yeah, extreme speed, once we teach this to our Flareon Gene, will not only be something that they have that is better priority than before, but also will be their strongest move. So yeah, let's definitely teach it over Quick Attack. It already, even if it's not like the strongest move you have, Extreme Speed is very useful just because it's a very strong move with priority. But this is a very strong move with priority, and it has the added bonus of being, once we teach it, Flareon's strongest move. So yeah, definitely good for Flareon. So now that we taught that, let's see what else we got. Anything else that's really, that we can really put to good use here? Safeguard? Who could learn Safeguard that would be, where it might be helpful to us? I'm gonna guess no one. But maybe there is someone. Maybe someone would be good. Who am I kidding? Why would I ever need to block status? I can think of some very specific situations where I need to block status, and none of the Pokemon on my team would ever need status blocked for them. I can't think of a single reason why any of the Pokemon on my team would ever need Safeguard to be up. If you're like a Wobbuffet, or a Shuckle, or some other really, really bulky thing where your main thing is bulk, then yeah, Safeguard's good, because then you can't, like, then the opponent can't just, like, poison you and watch you die. Like, they have to slowly whittle you down. Yeah, Safeguard is good if you're, like, a really bulky thing where your main thing is bulk, like, Blissey, or, Wobbuffet, or Shuckle. But nothing on my team could really make good use of, Safeguard, I don't think. Who could make good use of Soft-Boiled? Anyone? How about, can Flareon learn Fire Punch? That would be convenient. It's definitely a good thing to have over Ember, because it's more powerful than Ember. Gene actually cannot learn it. They are one of the few Pokemon, one of only 2 Pokemon on the team that cannot learn it. So, anyone else want to learn Fire Punch? Anyone else down to learn how to punch with fire? I mean, the other special attack... Well, Gene's not a special attacker. How many special attackers do we have on the team? I'm pretty sure it's just Geraldine, actually. So, Geraldine, anything that we could teach Fire Punch on you over, realistically? Anything that we'd want Fire Punch over? Curse is good. Psychic is good. Water Gun's good. If we have any better Water-type moves, that would be great. Because clearly we're not going to be learning one anytime soon at this rate. Like, we've been waiting for a long time for a better Water-type move than Water Gun, and we just haven't gotten one yet. So clearly by Learn Set, via level up, they don't seem to learn a better Water-type move. I guess we could teach them Surf, unless we can't. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to, but there is a chance, I suppose. I almost don't want to teach them Surf, because Poliwrath already has Surf, so that seems kind of cheap, and also, like, I feel like they'd almost be too OP with Surf, but yeah, they can't learn it anyway. Okay, cool. Who else can't learn Surf, by the way? Who else is it that cannot learn Surf? Gene also cannot learn Surf, which makes sense why they have Waterfall. I mean, it makes sense why they have Waterfall, because we need a Pokemon to have Waterfall, but, it makes it make even more sense why they don't have Surf, because, then we wouldn't really have a need for Waterfall, and we could teach Waterfall to something that didn't learn Surf. But because Flareon is that thing that doesn't learn Surf, we teach them Waterfall instead of Surf. We taught them Waterfall instead of Surf, rather. Anyway, we do have a lot of good TMs here. Moonlight restores HP, varies by time. That sounds very inconsistent and very not helpful, especially because especially considering in this game, it is very hard to tell at a given moment what time it is. You can really only tell when outside of battle if it's day or night by the fact that the screen is either either bright or dark. And then the second you get in battle, you have no idea what time it is for as long as that battle goes on. So yeah, you have no idea if it's day or night. So yeah, I mean, varies by time sounds like it really sucks in this game. Because at least in future games, you can see, like, while you're in battle, what time it is about. Like, you could see, like, where the sun is in the sky. You can see, like, how light or dark the sky is. In this game, you can't see any of that in battle because there is no background. It's just a white screen. aside from the Pokemon and health meters and all that other UI on it. But anyway, so Moonlight, not the move. We can honestly sell Moonlight. Moonlight is not helpful to us at all. I don't know why we need to sell Moonlight. I don't know why we need to sell anything, because, frankly, it's me, Donna. How are you doing? Hi, Alex. It's me, Donna. How are you doing? Want to battle? It's not going to be a repeat of the last time we met. I'll be around Route 36. See you later. But yeah, frankly, we can sell Moonlight, because it's not helpful at all. I don't know why we need to sell Moonlight, because we don't really need to sell anything, honestly. I can pay you $1,500. Great. 1,500 Poké Dollars, rather. I always say dollars, but it's not the real-world American currency, is it? Or any other kind of dollar. Is there another kind of dollar? Surely there's another kind of dollar, right? That sounds really stupid. Am I being really stupid? Is dollar a currency that exists in other countries? Surely, right? Canadian dollar? Do y'all use dollars in Canadia? Not Canadia, Canada. Sorry, I'm stupid. Y'all use dollars in Canada. Nope, Canada. Y'all use dollars in Canada, right? Canadian dollar, that's the thing. It's not just America that uses dollars, because they say American dollar, right? That's a thing that people say, American dollar. So that implies that there are other dollars besides American ones. So yeah, I am definitely inclined to say that there are more dollars besides American ones, because I believe that people say American dollar, which does imply that very thing, that there are more dollars besides American ones. We have Encore, we have Disable. Disable and Encore could be helpful in a few situations, I guess. I can't see myself ever using a very stally, bulky Pokemon, so therefore I can't see myself really ever using Safeguard. However, if we ever need to add a new Pokemon to the team, and they're like a very status type of Pokemon, that's very good with using status. I mean, Disable and Encore could both be good. Cotton Spore sharply reduces the foe's speed. That sounds very not good, so I will sell that. Leer also sounds very not good. Reduces the foe's defense. Yeah, not even by more than one stage. Just one stage it reduces the opponent's defense by. So yeah, we'll definitely sell that. I don't know if the HM, TM pocket can get full, but if it can, then we are definitely doing a good job at preventing that from happening by doing what we're doing right now. Fissure is wacky that we have that. Lovely Kiss may cause the foe to fall asleep. I don't want to get rid of it in case we do find a use for it later. I mean, a lot of these moves I don't think I'm going to find a use for later, but I just don't know for sure. So I'll hang on to I think a decent amount of them. Even if I don't think that one of them I'll hang on to even ones that I don't think I'm going to find a use for. It's just the ones that I know I'm not going to find a use for is the ones I'm getting rid of, like Cotton Spore. Soft Boiled. Let's stop selling things for a second and see who can learn Soft Boiled. And then I promise I'm done with the TM stuff. Unless I find another TM that I want to buy from him. Actually, I think there might be another one. I'm going to check what he's selling again. Geraldine can learn Soft Boiled, that's helpful. Juan can learn Soft Boiled, that would be helpful, except their moveset is kind of already pretty final. Kenya can learn Soft Boiled. Kenya is actually a lot more bulky than I first thought they would be. So, yeah, let's see if our bulky bat, bulky boy who's a bulky bat, can learn Soft Boiled and take even better advantage of that bulk than they already are doing. Bone Rush, Leech Life, Wing Attack. I mean, Leech Life is just so bad, right? We could take Soft Boiled. Actually, this set we're running on Kenya gets kind of toxic once we add Soft Boiled, because they have Flash, so they can lower your accuracy and then to prevent you from hitting them, and then they can start healing. Actually, that's really good. Yeah, let's definitely learn Soft Boiled over Leech Life. Great. That Soft Boiled TM actually came in handy. One of the few good TMs we have that we can actually teach to something, and it comes in handy on that thing. And by thing, I mean Pokemon. Sorry, my lovely Pokemon that I love so much for calling you things. I can't decide which Pokemon I should use this TM on. Oh boy, was that just what I was doing. I can help you out. At least that's what I would say if I hadn't spent so much time on it already. I'm clearly very good at it. I'm clearly very good at deciding these things, because I spent so long on it, or maybe that means I'm very bad at it, actually. But either way, I have a lot of experience, clearly, deciding these things, but so much, in fact, that I cannot help you, because I've already taken so much of the episode up doing it myself. Yeah, I'm finally getting a Porygon! I'm no good at the slots, so I could never get enough coins. Huh? The traded Porygon evolved turned into a different Pokemon. Yeah, it's a Porygon 2, dude. Uh-oh, I traded my Pokemon without removing the upgrade from it. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you trade your Pokemon without removing the upgrade from it. At least that's what happens if it is a Porygon. TM Shop sells some rare moves. Oh yeah, I already talked to you. Okay, great. I'm gonna go past. I was gonna say I'm gonna go past you, but then you just decided no. Okay, so I'm gonna go past you, this time without getting blocked by your massive girth, and then I am going to go over to you and see what you sell. Welcome, how may I help you? You may help me by giving me things. And by giving me things, I mean selling me things, because of course I do not actually expect you to just give them away. Pokédoll, Lovely Mail, Surf Mail, wow, trash. Why does this floor even exist? What is this floor supposed to sell? What floor are we on? What's above the TM floor? Express yourself with gifts. Wise man gifts. Dude, if someone gave me a, what is it, Surf Mail and what else? A Surf Mail, a Lovely Mail, or a Pokédoll. If someone gave me a Pokédoll, I'd be like, okay, thanks for the effort, I guess. I wouldn't actually obviously say that to my face, but that's how I would feel. Thanks for the effort. Lovely Mail and Surf Mail, I'd be like, wow, you clearly gave me no effort, nor anything good. You gave me nothing good, nor did you actually put effort into this, clearly, because it's only 50 Pokédollars. Yes, I'm saying that the amount of effort you put in is directly correlated to the amount of money it costs. Yes, I'm shallow, I know. Can I do anything else for you? No. You have already done enough by showing me tons of items that I don't care about, and by tons, I mean 3. Which is even more disappointing than showing me tons of items that I don't care about, frankly. Only showing me 3. This is the only place where you can buy Lovely Mail. Assuming that those are the only items that you have, or the items that I don't care about. At least you could have at least shown me tons of items that I don't care about, rather than only 3 items that I don't care about, if you only have items that I don't care about. I'm here to buy Surf Mail to send to my girlfriend. Wow. Congratulations, you've got 1 buyer. That's shocking. Anyway, we're gonna go around here and see if there's anyone else we can talk to on this floor, but there does not seem to be. I was actually so busy talking to this guy that I forgot about, I was actually so busy thinking about how useless the stuff that guy over there on the counter at the counter is selling, that when I talked to this guy, I did not even register what he said. This is the only place where you can buy Lovely Mail. Oh, I don't even know if I actually talked to that guy, or maybe I tuned him out so much that I didn't even commit to memory what he said at all. Like, not only did it not register what he said, but I didn't even commit the words to memory. I want to buy some items that raise Pokemon stats, but I don't have enough money. Oh yeah, the drugs are expensive, dude. Sorry, they're high-quality drugs. I want PP up, so I can raise the PP of moves, but you can't buy it. See, this is why you don't do drugs, kids. They're expensive. Using items on them makes Pokemon happy. They hate certain items, though. So, y'all got all the, like, Carbos and the Zinc and the Protein and the Iron, yeah. HP ups, too. I mean, I don't really care about this, EV-IV training thing. I don't even know which these raise, EVs or IVs. But I think even if I did care, I think I'm too late in the game, and they're too high level to actually, like, make use of these. Like, I feel like if I give it to them, it's gonna be like, oh, you've used this thing for the entire game, so therefore it already has all the EVs and IVs. It's maxed out on EVs and IVs, so you can't actually use this. You can't actually do anything with it. X accuracy, guard spec, dire hit, X attack, X defend. They have X attacks here. My gosh. X defend, X speed, X special. Well, if I need to win a fight very easily, I will definitely come here and get X attacks so I can spam them at the beginning of the battle and then just win. That sounds really cheap, but, you know, it is a valid strategy in games where they just readily sell you X attacks. Aw, there's no games here! I wanted to play. Well, luckily there is a game corner that is not too far away from here. In fact, it is in the same town as you. So, you just went to the wrong building in the right town, so just reroute yourself. You're in the right place. You're in the right general area. A vending machine with a prize roulette. A vending machine with a prize roulette. You never see those anymore. I never saw those to begin with, I don't think. A vending machine. Here's the menu. Oh, fresh water, soda pop, lemonade. Okay, that's a bunch of stuff that is frankly just not as good as a hyper potion or a max potions. Therefore, I don't need it. And this is the top floor of the establishment. We can't go up any higher, but that's fine because I guess there's nothing on the roof. I was gonna say, but we've been on the roof already, but that was the Pokemon Mansion. So it may not actually be fine. There may be something on the roof that we just can't access. But you know what? I wasn't curious what was on the roof anyway. So take that. I think in the Kanto games you can access the roof of this building though. Or maybe I'm still thinking about the Pokemon Mansion. Regardless of what I'm thinking about, there definitely is a building in this town or city. It's Celadon City is what I'm calling it, right? Yeah, Celadon City. Let's try to remain constant with whether we're calling things calling places towns or cities. Alex, come on now. So yeah, it definitely, regardless of whether it is the Celadon department store or the Pokemon Mansion or both, there is definitely at least one. There is definitely at least one building in this city that you can get on top of, get onto the roof of in the Kanto games that you can't in this game, clearly. Or you can. Sorry, there is definitely, whether it's the Pokemon Mansion or the Celadon department store or both, there is definitely there is definitely a building in this city that you can get on top of, can get onto the roof of in the Kanto games. And it may just be the Pokemon Mansion, which you obviously can get onto the roof of in this game, but I'm pretty sure it is the department store, or it is the department store and the Pokemon Mansion in the Kanto games. But either way, I'm fairly sure it is the department store. Grimer have been appearing, but either way, I'm fairly sure you can get on the top of the department store in the Kanto games in this city. I don't know if it's the department store and something else, and some other building. I don't know if it's the department store and the Pokemon Mansion, or just the department store. But I am fairly sure you can get onto the roof of the department store in the Kanto games in the city. Grimer have been appearing lately. See that pond out in front of the house? Grimer live there now. Where did they come from? This is a serious problem. Okay, so the city's getting dirtier, and my Pokemon now have to surf in it. So yeah, I mean, that sucks. Now that the problem affects me, it sucks. Anyway, so I'm going to heal up my Pokemon if they need it. Yeah, they do. Okay, so I'm going to heal up my Pokemon now that I know that they need it. And then, after they're all healed up, they wouldn't necessarily need it if we were just going on to some other area that's not that difficult to combat. But we are, in fact, going into an area with some real combat that is hard to combat, which is the gym. At least we will be going there, into that building, into that area, in the next episode. Here's the mart. Sorry, I was looking for the Pokemon Center. Pokemon Center is not in the department store. It is, in fact, someplace else. It is right over here. It is a much less big building, much less large building. I think it's what's grammatically correct, actually. It is a much less large building than the department store, which is the Pokemart in this city. I always feel like when there's a department store in a city, the Pokemon Center kind of gets snubbed because the Pokemart becomes absolutely huge, and the Pokemon Center just stays the exact same puny little building that it always is. But yeah, thank you, Nurse Joy. I can see your hair is back to being red. No more green hair. So I guess it was just exclusive to that town. I guess it was just exclusive to Fuchsia City, not exclusive to Kanto. Not something I've not something I've not noticed in Johto. It was in fact exclusive to just that one town in Kanto, according to what I'm seeing now. So anyway, at least presumably. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, EVClan. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm wrapping up the episode now because we are at the hour mark. We are actually past the hour mark. We are almost at the hour and 5 minutes mark, but I will not let us get to the hour and 5 minutes mark. I will end off the episode right here, right now, because I know y'all don't have all day to watch my videos. So, thank you all so much for watching, EVClan. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. This is Alex signing off. We'll do the gym in the next episode.